Okay, continuing to sniff around today. We're getting through most of the lower city and ending at Sorcerer's Sundries, and I'll climb the Mage Tower next time. We're extremely unpopular and no one likes us, and we're trying to find like what does seem to be like endgame purple gear. So good session, kind of exploring the rest of the world, talking to Helsik, my favorite person in the world, which gives us an entry into seeing Raphael. And then we ended with an infamous stream of bad luck and waste all our inspiration charges. But things continue apace. Subscribe if you like it, and I'll be back tomorrow. Bye. Cold, blustery Sunday morning. I woke up with pretty good energy. Time to get a little Baldur's Gate 3 session. You can kind of like tell how you feel about like playing a long involved RPG, but whether you're thinking about it or not in the morning. Sometimes it takes a little while to ramp up. All right, here we go. So the things to do basically are, I don't know if I'm going to drop money into like those god blessings. I do want to find out where the Steel Watch Foundry is. From what I recall last time I played, I think that once you take out the Steel Watch, then Gortash will be like an instant aggro once you reach the screen. I suppose that's fair. I'd be pretty mad if I was him about that too. My computer is just zooming as it animates this game. There's a weird thing going on with Twitch now where I'm not sure whether it's like I use multi-stream, and so Twitch is like the secondary one and YouTube is the primary one. But I used to be able to modify what my output is, but now Twitch is going at like nearly triple the bit rates allowed. Twitch is usually allowed to be at like 6, but now it's at like jumping around from like 18 to whatever. It's supposed to be 14 megabytes per second. But I used to be able to change where. I'm gonna pause this and see where I can figure this out. I used to be able to set the Twitch bit rate. I don't seem to currently be able to do that. Hold on, I'll be right back. Okay, well, something's gone weird with Twitch streaming for sure. Anyway, I'm not sure what's changed. Had to live with it. So we talked to Demon. He's all his stuff here. Where's the next place I haven't been to? I talked to Cora, the murder target.
Nothing wrong with looking, is there? A man can dream.
What are we talking about?
To pick one for a night of passion.
The one with that dink in his...
We're talking about Sharess's caress?
Look at my view.
Who are these guys all aroused by him? What building is this? Cora's place. Okay. Camera's getting a bit crazy here. I'm gonna go back up this way.
I need a quick word.
And go along here. Who's this guy?
Oi, listen. Oh, it's you from the article.
So our reputation's in tatters apparently, but what does this actually mean? Are the guards gonna attack me or do people just hate me? God, news addicted peoples plague my life once again. What else is new? I live in the equivalent of Washington, D.C. here. Okay, what house is this?
Will Ravengard, the stain of Baldur's Gate.
What is happening?
To think your father's blood flows through those damnable veins.
Cordula Elta. By the 9 hells, what are you on about?
Lady Mazora told me everything. How you slaughtered your own father. How you crave his power. How you mean to make the city bow to you and you alone.
Specific dialogue.
That meddling ghoul. Elton,
Why would
Shut
Mazora
it.
talk about that?
My family's duty is to Baldur's Gate. I won't have the Hell's Errand Boy poison my city.
Can we have talked this through? Persuasion. I believe Ravengard is still alive, and I intend to save him. This is the best move here, for sure. 18. How's the luck feeling today? Nice. Luck's feeling pretty good.
Stand down.
That wasn't bad.
I believe you. The Battle Lord help me. What darkness has fallen upon us? Will, there's something.
Stupid big armor. I need a slim main character
On
next
his
time.
way from Elturel, Ravengard sent a messenger with word of the cult. He knew about the Absolute. I thought little of it at first, but as usual, he realized the danger before anyone else did.
I like this persuasion
He
proficiency.
understood that if the cult would be successful in raising an army, Baldur's Gate would be doomed. And he knew that to protect the city, one trained in the ways of the champion would have to rouse the worm living beneath. If I'm not mistaken, that would be you.
Why do these lessons matter? What are we talking about? What do you mean, why do these lessons matter? What does that mean? A worm doing this as a dragon living under the
A
city?
bronze dragon, to be precise. He sleeps beneath us, even now, awaiting a hero to rouse him. The worm goes by many names. Ansor, the waiting storm, the heart of the gate. He promised Baldurin he'd protect the city if ever its existence was threatened, but just the once. Since then, the city faced countless threats, but the Baldurians overcame them all. There was never any need to call upon the worm. Until now. This is the greatest threat Baldur's Gate ever faced. Your father was right. We need Ansor's help. With him gone, the worm's awakening now falls to you. Take this, the legend of Ansor. The bards call it a tall
Little light
tale,
reading.
but every last word is true. Let it set the path before you.
Your faith in Will is well founded. We will seek the worm and ask for his help. Will, what do you make of this?
Baldur's Gate stands on the brink of the abyss. We'll need all the help we can get. Let's awaken the worm.
I fought him last time. Is that because I didn't have Will in my party?
Ravengard's blood courses through your veins. Your father would be proud. I should go, gather allies. We'll join you in your hour of need.
Nice, that was easy.
Free
One
the worm.
persuasion checked.
Let his tempest swallow the Absolute and its allies. May Lady Timora smile upon you.
Will needs a lover. That should be her. Item received. The Legend of Ansur. Where is it? Let's do a little reading, shall we? Baldur's Gate, great Balduran's birth. O Balduran, founder due veneration. His guardian dragon Ansor, tremendous in worth. A savior below our eternal elation. To wormway neath prison's deepest level. To be found by not a soul nor devil. Entrance in Worm's Rock prison? Question mark. You are. With a lightning shock, a true hero spark flickers. The torches of light in Worm's eye shall wake a glitter. Something about sparks and torches. Use lightning skills. Its trials no common adventure may exceed, when each day sends forth new fates, once to their fates, but one great hero by the founder's will decreed shall only once grant our age, the heart of the gate. Only a great hero can pass the trials and awaken Ansor. You are. Okay, so, nice. Okay, so generally speaking, let's see what he says here.
Curse that rotten devil and her forked tongue, trying to set Eltan against me. She's a damnable inferno of chaos. What matters now is that Eltan saw sense, and we know our path forward. We'll finish what my father couldn't. We'll awaken Ansur, the heart of the gate. O Baldurin, founder due veneration. His guardian dragon Ansur, tremendous in worth. A savior below, our eternal elation. It's not just
It's an incredible tale. What do you make of it?
It's a history. Consider this. To Wormway neath prison's deepest level. That must mean Worm's rock prison. That's where we'll find
Who's
the
you
entrance to
are?
this
Whose
Wormway.
notes there were?
Then this. With the shock of a true hero's spark flickers, the torches alight, and Worm's eye shall awake a glitter. To open the way, we'll need to spark torches. This dragon Onsor was Balduran's ally.
It's funny that the Emperor doesn't like
Fools to
mutter
let him
here.
sleep while the dead three's chosen raised the
This
city.
does. This is relevant. All right, cool. So, generally speaking, the thrust of what to do now is to hit level 12, and then start doing the like penultimate level things to do. Big city.
I'll never understand people who don't want to be famous. The more the people like you, the more you can get away with.
That's what it takes to keep the peace.
What do I think of?
Don't look at me like that. I know all about your grottiness, and I don't need none of it myself.
It's fine. I don't really mind that. Who's this lady? Is this the lady who's practicing talking?
Don't stand too close.
Okay. So now everyone's mad at me, which is kind of interesting wrinkle.
I'm sorry, but after reading about you, I don't think I want to talk to you. Excuse me. Excuse me. Oh.
Think too much?
I bet what the Gazette says about you is true. I probably shouldn't even be talking to you.
Fair.
I don't have time to arrest lowlifes like you as well. Clear off, please.
He's still a little bit scared. Defeated Steel Watcher. What happened here? I didn't do that.
Lies they're publishing, I mean.
A broken steel watch.
Oh.
A tag wired to it reads, "Unit defective. Return to the Steel Watch Foundry at the West Docks."
So the function of this is to tell you where it is. I was hoping it would give me an in.
Unit defective. Return to the Steel Watch Foundry at the West Docks.
So everyone's mad at me now, so we're gonna get less information.
I bet that hostel lady wouldn't make you clean the dishes.
The hostel's up that way. You won't find better around here, unless you can pay for it.
What were you playing?
Yes,
So this is Baldur's mouth.
they are ugly.
Should I go confront that guy?
In my estimation.
I don't really care.
Maybe they know all a little bit.
So I think this is where the Hag Force is. Do I have a key for this?
Let's see what this does.
This is Joel's house. No letters, no clerics, no herb sellers, no potion peddlers, and no steel watch.
What are you gonna do?
On the hunt. Let's go. That's what it takes to keep the peace.
Still alive. So that's progress. If not over, then through. That's curious.
Chest key under there. Close these doors so I can do my pernicious meddlings in peace. Nothing here. Nothing here. I went to this house. Letter from Silai. Father, I've heard about a risk of shortages in the city. I know you're absolutely unforgivable when it comes to shopping for yourself, so I've sent some victuals that I'll send you through a whole season if you pace yourself. Do it for me. I love you very much, and we'll be home for a long visit before you know it, God's willing. All my love, Silai. Will you tell Cathor I say hello? I've already sent Uli your love 1,000 times over. Okay. This is just someone's house.
Not bad. I've had better days. And worse ones.
What was that key I just got?
Everyone has to contribute.
Joel's chest key.
We all have to take care of each other.
But yet this is locked. Curious. Okay, whatever. No one seems to care to see me leave that building. So Baldur's Mouth is up there. Where are we? We're here. Okay, I guess we do the upper level before the lower level.
It's only gonna get worse from here on out.
Why not? Did I make it inside these people's, like, underground? Forget.
Perhaps we should look into some protection. But my word.
Best keep your hands to yourself.
This guy. Alright, whatever. Oh yeah, there's this little Diablo's place over here. Let's start with this. I think this is where like the really dastardly lady who I really like is. Still waiting for my iconic paladin weapon.
I'm telling you, that flaming fist was winking at me.
Well, she nodded at me. Very possibly, I might add.
Diabolic Forge.
You've been single too long.
So Damon can't really speak to that, huh?
I want to have a word. What can I do for you?
Is there any sort of secret ways I can find to get in here? Maybe on the roof? I think this is the place I'm talking about. Okay, back down. So I won't worry about the forge yet. I'll go across this next one and deal with this later. Might as well do this part and then kind of move down in sheaves.
Well, she nodded at me. Very suggestively, I might add.
You've been single.
What are these kids saying?
Ah! It's the devil from the devil shop! Come out to get us!
Is that us? Runt and Stinker are the names.
Big Meanie! Leave us alone, Big Meanie!
I don't really mind being like it's a nice arc to be hated here before we eventually earn love.
Even Stinky!
Fiend worship.
Speak thrice the phrase correctly, and lucky you'll forever be. Okay, great. Scarab. Oh, damn it! Can't you see I'm trying to concentrate?
I vibe with these little short, wide-headed Duergar dudes the most of almost anybody.
This is gonna be harder than I thought.
Cursed to put my hands on everything.
The devil's feet.
Nothing sneaky or tricky around here. Let's go on the other side. I don't think I've ever been back here.
I get it. You're scared.
Scarab, Sarab.
We can play chase the gelatinous cube in the alley.
This place is so cool.
Crooks and swindlers beware. Steal from the devil's fee, and it won't be the flaming fist who catch a glimpse of the delights of the nine hells. From a safe distance, of course.
Naturally.
A fake devil head. A lot of effort for a piece of window dressing.
Someone's made a fake devil head. A gruesome hobby, if you ask me.
A fake devil head.
Time for Asterion to bail us out again. Our only intelligent party member.
Don't see many of those. A genuine death devil skull. All the way from the fugue plane.
All is ash and meat. A real fiend skull. By the size, I'm guessing a Gargatula.
It's interesting how they have it hung
So
vertically.
many infernal items. Looks like a genuine Diabolist's collection.
This is sweet. It's like a museum trip.
Helen the Erudite, the epitome of devilish charm, wit, and grace.
9 steps to his infernal throne. This chapter lists each of the hell's 9 layers, their rulers, and the character of the associated ritual item required to describe but a glimpse of it. Avernus, Archduke Zariel, Heliotrope, encasing shard of bone. Dis, Archduke Dispater, ore of infernal iron. Minoros, Archduke Mammon, single gold coin, petrified and acrid peat. Phlegothos, Archduchess Fiorna and her father, Archduke Belial. Everburn ash, perfectly balanced on a scale of stone. Stygia, Archduke Levistus, a single coal-black eye, frozen a shard of its own tears. Malbolgia, Archduchess Glacia, a coronet stained with blood of 3 rightful rulers. Malodomini, Archduke Balzabul, Gorian fly, fed fat with the petitioner's blood. Cania, Archduke Mephistopheles, a singular and precious text burned. Nessus, Lord Asmodeus, all known substances result in immediate disappearance of petitioner. So, I mean, like, that feels like interesting information, but...
Moving in.
Not sure what to do with it.
A portrait of a noble devil. Charming, sophisticated, deadly.
That's curious. Imitation horns, but barely distinguishable from the real thing.
Idiot. Let's go right to Asterion on the bright guy first.
Careful, I bite.
Horns from an honest to hell's war devil. My.
Within the crystal, you see the devil Raphael sipping from a goblet of blood-red wine. He smiles as he catches your eye. Can he see you? Looking at the painting makes you dizzy. You feel a dull pressure behind your eyes.
2 infernal diamonds. What are infernal diamonds? Can't click on them.
To keep going. What's that?
If they say they're implying that I can't actually open that one. A chapter titled On Traversing the First Layer. The text details the terrain of the Avernus, a bleak rocky landscape beneath a black sky with rivers of blood gushing between the cracks. The most frequent guidance given to adventurers on encountering any of the plane's many physical perils is to simply turn around and run. To combat the spiritual perils, the company of a cleric is of paramount importance to soothe those swayed by the plane's evil influence or consecrate the corpse of those who have succumbed. Okay. Is this everything? Duly noted, we'll send Shadowheart in there when we send Karlach back to where she needs to go. Time to talk to my favorite character. Fiendish Resilient, level 12 Gold Dwarf. Resistance to Radiant, Dark One's Own Luck, Eldritch Spear. Nice. Alright, let's talk to one of my favorite characters. Truly diabolical.
I welcome thee to the Devil's Fee, where every hellish curio is a... Oh, it's you. Your little scroot of a friend left this on my floor the last time you visited.
Interesting.
I presume you have returned to re-engage my services?
Shit, this again. Remind me of our past association?
You forgot what we did?
I think she's who helped me steal the crown,
I find
right?
that hard to believe. But if you speak truth, perhaps I could jog that lazy memory of yours.
Enlighten me.
You seek answers. Lord Mammon seeks coin. I will happily mediate. Make me an offer.
Persuasion is customary for any salesperson to offer a free sample. The bare minimum necessary?
The first hit's free, eh? My, you have changed. Fine, just this once.
I love her.
You stand before Mammon's picklock, latchkeeper of the 9 hells. My business is not information, nor hellish curios. Not really. I break people into the hells. That's my thing.
This might be able to get me into Raphael's.
Portal for you and Lord Gortash.
Raphael told me the crown of Karsus was stolen from Mephistopheles. Were you involved with that?
Raphael.
I love her.
That sounds vaguely familiar, but I have a terrible memory for names. The only thing that jogs it is coin.
I'm one who's generally profligate with money. Should I just give her the 1,000? I do love her. She deserves it.
My, what deep pockets you have. Yes, you are quite correct. The Crown of Karsus left the vault, and an opportunity opened for a devil named Raphael. His House of Hope is furnished with a great deal of treasures, many related to Karsus. But alas, he lacks the crown itself. He's rather ambitious. One can only wonder what he has planned for the crown. The answers to that can probably be found within
She's
his
so herky-jerky.
house.
It's like Jamal Murray.
Perhaps we should drop by and surprise Raphael. It'd make a nice change.
Can you help me break into the House of Hope?
So keen to return to the hells. Well, I suppose it's warm this time of year. Very well. If you wish to die in Avernus, that's your business. Mine is charging you for it. Of course, such a task will require quite the substantial donation to Lord Mammon's coffers.
Such a task would be tantamount to suicide. Do not even entertain it.
Waive the fee and I'll add one of Raphael's artifacts to your collection. This would be worth an inspiration if I don't get it. I need 3, 6, 7. This is... If I get lucky, this is a 50-50. Not that. I might re-roll this. Short. Shit. I'll do one more. Actually, probably more than that. Problem was there I didn't breathe out the anxiety first. I just let it live. There we go. All must be psychically well in the universe.
You put me in a difficult position, mortal. You are almost certain to fail. Almost. And so, there is a chance you might succeed. Fine. I'd like to be able to carry all of my precious stock without the need of a team of oxen. There are gauntlets of hill giant strength within the House of Hope. Free passage, and you fetch them for me. Deal?
Deal.
Allow me to outline how this is going to work. First, you were never here.
I love her so much.
We never spoke. Second, you will perform the rites yourself. I want absolute deniability. Here's the grimoire and necessary components. Oh, take this key, too. It unlocks the ritual room upstairs. There's a blood circle already drawn. Don't ask whose blood.
Along with the grimoire and components, Helsik hands you a note containing precise instructions for performing the ritual.
Finally, you were never here. That is of utmost import to remember. Now be gone.
So great. Give us of the worshipful servants. At the start of combat, the wearer gains momentum equal to their charisma modifier. You gain advantages on concentration saving throws. Surely this is better for Will than what we have here, right? I think this is better.
No time to rest.
Old good old Scleritas Fell, who I haven't seen in a while. Okay, so let's keep doing broad sweeps of the area. That was a really, really nice way to get through all that. I think if you try to keep the gauntlets, you probably have to fight her. I remember her being a jerk. She's Eldritch blasting me from everywhere. It was a really annoying battle. All right, next. Wine racks. I remember this is another time where I had a steel watch scrap because I didn't manage to figure things out the same way. These things are a little smoother this time.
Do you mind? I'm in the middle of an interrogation.
Don't look down your nose. It's got to be done. Followers of the Absolute are everywhere.
Look, we weren't doing nothing, all right?
Maybe part of the reason the screen shakes sometimes is just the size of the steel watch.
Find all the remedy and alchemy ingredients you need at Bone Cloak's Apothecary.
Bone Cloak. I'm putting together what looks like a profitable fungus harvest expedition. You in the mood to join us and get to the city for a while? I've got a hot tip, but a fairy circle of Natterjack toadstools in the Trollblock Forest should be enough for both of us. If you're interested, pack your fungus hunter gear and meet me at the end of the next day at the Wailing Wave up the coast on Letharal's Lantern. I'll be watching for you. Dango Tootlehood. Esteemed Apothecary Bone Cloak. I got myself into a fix and need some medicinal advice to get out of it. To deal with my spells for the last 9 months, I've been drinking a daily healing potion following a recipe I got from Baldur's Mouth, except I always double the sherry. The trouble is, I isn't working like I used to. My spells are coming back, and I'm afraid to increase the doses because I saw what happened to Aunt Balmar. What can you prescribe? I'll come by tomorrow for a little consultation. I love these little notebooks. They're so sick.
It's you! Thought I recognised your ugly mug from the front page. Get it quick then, Scarpa, you're bad for business.
We're in Anathema.
Now,
I wonder what the benefit of giving 1,000 to the lady was. Maybe it made the roll easier. Or maybe nothing. What's next? Sour grapes. Elderly halfling Cora Highberry saved from poison wine. Greengrocer worried about crops growing in lewd shapes. Water Davian Slender. Calcilenta retinue arrives. Have a grape time and a barrel of glass of the wine festival hosted by Elsong Tavern. Drist impersonator ousted from Orcish Festival. Lord Gord has become first ever Archduke. Silverbell Melody Extravaganza coming soon. So this isn't the one that, like, rails me.
Let's see.
Clovia Throaks, I remember that person. Don't Sniff the Specimen, an important book. Okay, 2,000 pages. I know the type of people who like those books. Everything's shaking. What is this?
Cloaks potions.
Alright, Dareth, what do you got? I forgot to buy stuff from
While the getting's
Hel
good. We'll be
Helsik.
closing our doors soon enough.
This lady relates to the
Trade
Underdark.
in noble stock, and my fool of a fella Balin never came back with any.
Sorry, I missed him.
If the old sack was going to die, he could have brought back some noble stock beforehand. Without the bloody fungus, Bone Cloak's days are numbered. Go on then.
This I think I used on Shadowheart last time. Why is jump a transmutation spell? Anything to sell? Not really. We're pretty poor, down to 5,000. Okay, I gotta go back to Helsik to buy stuff. What's upstairs? Salamander summoned cat. Why is the ground so shaky? What is happening? Dareth's journal. Balin is dead, the old Hokor. He's dead and I miss him, fool that I am. He's a cranky old son of a warg who only got crankier once he started losing his wits. He hated that he needed my help, and I hated having to help him because he was resentful rather than grateful. I didn't think I'd miss him when he was gone. I told him so many times, I told him so myself, but now there's a great big empty hole in my life that cats aren't going to fill. Damn fool, getting himself killed that way. And now what am I going to do? I'm tempted to sample some of my own merchandise and improve my mood as if it were, but it's how Balin got started on this slide into fuddlement, so I guess I won't. I wonder if Glumbor is still alive. When I was a young hottie, him being 20 years older than me seemed important, but what's 20 years to a dwarf? Though with my luck, he's probably dead as Balin. Okay. Nothing sneaky or secretive in this person's house. There's a weird shake here. When you're more logged in, when you're more zoomed in. I'm gonna go see what Helsik's gear is.
I get it.
Nothing's happening.
You were scared.
Oh, shit, that was 4 times, wasn't it?
Let's go home. We can play Chase the Gelatinous Cube in the alley. How may I be of further assistance?
Show me your wares, the good stuff. Potions. Caitiff staff. Caitiff's restorations. Replenish 1 expended warlock spell slot. Very interesting. Hellbeard halberd, that's a ton of damage. I have this. A droid caster. Cantrips targeting foes and allies can target an additional enemy creature. The same target can be chosen twice. So I already have that. Okay, so nothing here is like absolutely essential. This is nice. Poison damage is not that important. It's more damage, but It's not like mind-blowingly different. Okay, nothing strictly necessary currently.
Now you've seen what I have for thee. Remember, discretion is key at the Devil's Fee.
Just 3 times. Only have to say it 3 times.
Stands to reason some of them would side with the mad cult if paid well enough.
What difference does it make? Cults come and go, and so do adventurers. The Gazette never prints anything that will affect us regular folk. So distraction.
Is that Steel Watcher shaking the ground? Or is it like just a game bug?
I read about you in the paper.
They have a different line of dialogue for basically every speakable rando in the entire town being like, ah, you're a naughty boy.
Oh shit, you're the one in the new Gazette edition. Look, I know I'm not supposed to believe everything I read, but even if a fraction of what they wrote about
It's kind of more fun this way.
article is true,
I wasn't going to be like, please no, don't write something bad about me. The truth will come out. Hey, kitty. Not mine.
It was another day in the City of Lies.
Baritone
Baldur's Gate,
kitty.
where the people begged for justice until they starved. 2 heroes were fated to cross paths that day. Their eyes met. Destiny was calling.
This guy's awesome. And they both answered.
Strangers? Only in a fool's definition of the word. It was the start of something incredible. 2 heroes on the hunt for justice. No matter the cost, all the Tall One had to do was say yes.
Yes, join me.
The Tall One had failed the first test. They lacked caution. The cat could have just as easily been a foe as a potential friend. Perhaps it was simply not meant to be.
Okay. Sorry. I failed you. I like that guy.
Here I thought I'd take a little after lunch nap, but one look at you, and I've got indigestion.
Well, if it isn't bad reputation in the flesh, you're lucky. I'm in no mood to give you what you deserve.
Central watchtower of the Flaming Fists.
Is on its way to cut our throats.
Never prints anything that will affect us regular folk. It's all a distraction.
It's crazy how big this game is.
What a day.
No one can see us up here. We'll sniff at this a little bit.
Shouldn't wish to live in more interesting times.
Good thing to have up here. Useful for me. I don't do too many arrows these days.
Time to press ahead.
Let's also talk to these dudes, see what happened. This is the way to get to Star Palace. How interesting.
I should speak up.
It's crazy how this connects to the fists.
It'll be nicer if you move along.
The fists are always so sassy. I love it. Yet another part of the city coming.
No traps, please.
I was just thinking of someone I miss terribly who looks a lot like you. But you're not them, so move along.
All right. I should think carefully about which of like these purples that I can get from various shops that I should upgrade. A lot of them are like feel like side grades, but they're still pretty good. Like I should maybe relook at what Helsik has, because a lot of those are accessories. Okay, let's look at this main area. These guys are just constantly going.
Guess there are other uses for magic besides fighting off invading cultists. But I wonder if these mages shouldn't be in the battle.
Astoundo the Lesser?
Great, isn't it? These are just cantrips. I can keep this up all day.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, the verily, behold and stuff. Just like Astoundo the Greater says.
Dangerous adventurers in...
Behold! The sacred illuminations of the mysterious ancients. Back off, Chop, you're too close. Do you want to lose your eyebrows?
Ah, I was hoping to bump into you sooner or later. I've heard about you. I know the so-called savior of the city has taken an interest in you.
Oh, I like this guy.
One thing I've learned, real saviors never label themselves as such.
Do you mean Lord Gortash?
Lord.
Not too bright, am I?
Fine title for the greatest scoundrel in town. Imagine wagging your big metal willies up and down a thoroughfares and calling yourself Archduke. Pathetic. He needs a proper challenge, and from what I've heard, you're the person to give it to him. I might not have exactly what you need, but I remain at your service. Have a look at least.
Not exactly the most extraordinary collection.
Good speed.
Angle's getting weirder and weirder. Alright. Good jump, good jump. Okay, so I want to go in here first. Not quite yet. I think I'll go look at this forge. See what the surrounding detritus has for me.
Need something for defense? Or maybe offense? Either way, I've got what you need.
Alright, what is it?
Your notoriety precedes you.
Aw.
Prices have been moderated to reflect your less than welcome presence in the city.
Another annoying detail. Luckily, they don't think they have anything useful. This is crazy good. Like a real good sort of like stand and shoot ranger weapon. Who's this guy?
You in need of protection, friend? What am I saying? Everyone's in need of protection. Don't be shy. This armor can't keep you alive if it's sitting here with me.
Oh, what do you got?
Your notoriety proceed.
Alright, what do you got, pal? Anything good? Armor of agility. Your standard sort of above average armor. Only one of them unique. Cool. Thank you.
City's got a...
Thank you. Nice to meet you.
Hold, Seeker. Have you come to swear yourself to Sharess by my paw?
Who's Sharess?
Mother of cats, feline of felicity, the only deity one should ever swear fealty to in these 9 lives. Now, will you heed our mother's call and bolster her as she crushes the heathen absolute beneath her divine paw?
I'm not sure Sharess is the goddess for me.
Sharess shall mourn your absence, but always
Fair enough.
honor your capriciousness.
This woke up my cat.
May your dusks be long and your hunger fleeting.
I'm gonna go to the bathroom, and I'm also gonna change one little setting. I'll be right back. Right, where was I? Switch monitor feed, and back to wandering through the city. I'm kind of slacking in going to this place because it seems like a more impactful place, being a gigantic magical area of arcane loveliness. Summoned a cat and shot it with a ray of frost. That's cruel. Does it have me to do this? I think this is a big building. I'm gonna wander around a little bit longer. But this is a whole different area. Okay, I'll go around here and see if I can find the hags and stuff. Maybe that cat is like one of the easiest ways to get like the saving throw debuff.
Can't get involved with this.
Don't listen to him, kid. We've got you. Little un found his folks gutted. Didn't see it happen though, thank the gods. City's home to some proper sick bastards.
Bastards.
I got lost, and then when I found Mummy and Daddy again, they wouldn't get up. I shouldn't have run away. I'm just sorry.
Oh, poor kid found his parents like this. It's a tragedy, yeah. But it's not like we can look after him.
Yeah, just send him to the orphanage.
I shouldn't have run away. I'm just sorry.
supposed to.
I'm not. I just don't want to get in trouble, that's all.
Sierra.
Yeah, I know you.
Looks kind of like her.
Despite the mouth's shoddy inkwork, I knew it. You're that scoundrel from the latest edition.
She kind of drunk, or is she just, I don't know, cockney?
The lower city's a bloody warren. I'm surprised anyone can find their way around.
We're not lost. Just taking in the view before continuing on our way.
Great bone structure on that one.
Better not be cursed.
Crime scene not open to public. By order of the humble home of Frank Peartree.
Retrace our steps.
Great idea. Do you remember which way we came?
Left, right. Down the stairs, and...
I guess one of these things leads to the hag area. Isn't this where like there's thugs who try to jump you? I'll go up this way first. Who are these dudes?
Boy, mess with us, and it'll be the last thing I do. I mean, you do. Shit!
Poor guy. Counting house safe key. Oh, the counting house. Remember that? The big heist. Last night went alright, I guess, but I had a bad feeling about it at the time, and I still do. There's some odd shadows looking about. Never saw one of the clear light, but what I did see through the gloom looked like it was changing shape. But no, I didn't drink nothing. Keep an eye out for tonight. Oh, still.
Oh no, I love it. It fills me with purpose.
It's great getting paid to do nothing but scratch my arse.
Really much to do in here.
Oh, what a delightfully secluded alley. I would have been in my element here once.
But you consort with a better class of people now, right?
A different class of person.
Stop! What are you doing?
What the hairstyle?
Are you trying to sneak past us grunts? Do not worry. Guild's friends are Tuskgrunt's friends. And I don't hurt my friends. Unless they deserve it.
Spattered with rust, you can just make out the words Tina Turkey's Good Time Bazaar.
Does this guy attack me if I go past him?
Property in constant use, gathering strictly prohibited.
Everyone's mailbox got something in it. I write this with you and shame my heart. My brother, the light of my life, fell prey to an evil hag. He saw fame and fortune as you gave it to him. He now sits in my hometown square, a statue at the heart of the fountain. A plaque at his feet reads, toss a coin for a lock. Water spills into the square, sometimes overflowing as a fountain with coppers. I failed him. I was so wrapped in my own pain that I didn't notice his. And then I saw your poster advertising your meetings with other hag survivors. Could I join? I think it would do my heart good to meet others like me who have suffered. Kindest regards, Chatlow. I don't mind doing all these kind of like small time stuff for a while. How do I get in here?
Just retrace our steps.
Basically have to break in. I'll talk to these guys, see what happens. I'm worried they're gonna attack me if I go past him.
Here's the Nine Fingers. Good luck.
Okay.
Who let you through? Tuskgrunt? Bloody idiot.
Yeah, don't worry about me.
Boring.
Miss Caldwell, I glean from your other unimaginably written note that you wish to make contact with a former business partner. You're quite right in assuming that the circumstances of her death might make this rather challenging. Decapitation is a habit of making such conversations rather one-sided, but I assure you my spirits and I will have no great difficulty overcoming such an obstacle. Given your affiliations, I would be delighted to offer a discount of, say, 10% in the hope that the guild might see the value of such collaborations in the future. I'll be expecting you at my mansion near the seafront, and of course my discretion is encouraged. Yours very Mr. Carrion. I'm sure one of you will be familiar with the security measures I'm required to take. Secreta moratorium will grant you passage. Okay. There's a person here a second ago. Where'd they go?
If I were you, I'd turn around and walk right out of this alley. Now!
This ain't a public rooftop. It's mine, so piss off.
Nothing really up here. I don't really see this as a gainful way to get over there as well. So what about this rooftop over here? It's gonna be a little hard to sneak into here without these guys getting pissed off. Boy. Good old Featherfall. Stop banging on my door after midnight, you blasted and you're scared my pug out of its wrinkles. Look, I already sent you the key to my safe deposit box at the counting house. That's all I've got. Take it and leave me alone. You can't get blood from a moldy spud, alright? Just ask Nine Fingers. I'm sure she'll say it's fine. Mankey. Glitterbeard says we have a really heavy chest coming in today in the back docks. I'm sure make sure you've got a full 6 cash guards ready to help carry us out when it arrives. Old Glitter says make sure they're fully armored up. I don't know why. Take care of this, alright? I'll be out the rest of the day. Carots. Are these guys gonna care if I unlock this? Why are these houses so busted up?
Drop a coin, take a flower. May Chaunteer's blessings be upon you, child.
I mean, can't believe everything you read, but if even half Edra's reporting is true, some folk are just nasty.
What about a Lantanese candle?
Whoa.
Would you throw one of them? 12, 13, 14. Oh, rats, I'm short.
Fireworks never hurt anyone. That's just what grown-ups say to make us not want to play with them.
One-armed rascal Boris.
For Logir's fireworks, once it's lit, you commit.
Dear Mr. Sunshine, the next batch of teddy bears is ready for collection at my place. Please inform me when the next shipment of supplies is ready for me. I have the next batch of bears ready to be stuffed. Hope you're proud of yourself, Mr. Sunshine. I haven't been able to hold a pen and attend thanks to burns I got from your blast of fireworks. Expected as my lures, I'll be seeking full compensation. A letter scrawled in a child's handwriting with endearingly misshapen letters. Dear Mr. Sunshine, please can we have more colors of fireworks, please? I love fireworks. Thank you. Alright, sniff around, see what happens. I want to break into the hag place soon too.
But even through the ink blots, seems there's some rotten.
Fire flowers, bottle. More. Posting a couple.
We're all humanoids.
Red rose torches for sale by the bunch. If it's lit, you commit.
Change out this barrel, sis.
That smoke powder smell. It smells so good.
Done. Faces, hands, and eyebrows. How do we protect them?
Watch for wind direction. Put on your gloves. And A light at arm's length.
Very good. And what does Uncle Philogir always say?
Once it's lit, you commit.
Excellent! Now remember, Philogir's Fireworks accepts no liability for singed nails, toasted eyelashes, loss of limbs, scalded torsos, or blown off heads. Now, you there. What can I do for you?
What can I do for you?
Feel an all too familiar squirm in the
I see what's going on here.
He has a tadpole.
Aha! A fellow friend of Gortash. Praise the Absolute. I have a special sample, available just for you, if you wish.
Uncle Philogir sent me.
Aha! You must be Arthur's friend. Keep your voice down. Yes, yes, he's just upstairs, but only one flight. If you get to the top, you've gone too far. Browse as irresponsibly as you like. Just don't tell the other customers.
Nice.
Have you tried the Lanternese candles?
What has happened?
Perhaps the delicate simplicity of a perfectly crafted torch.
Is these for sale?
Of course. Browse responsibly. No?
Arrows, squidgens, dyes, Q.
Remember, and if it's not a fire.
Start and gain conversation, but that's weird. We only have 3 points of inspiration, but he still gets experience for that. Interesting. I can now go upstairs. Okay.
Any torches, matches, wizards, or other sources of open flame, keep them unlit, please.
Head on up.
Your uncle is waiting for you upstairs.
This guy's all burned up. Appropriate for the fireworks guy. I never had to do this fight last time. I wonder if I can wiggle my way out of it with my paladin-like intimidation tactics.
Another friend of Felagir? All right. Just remember the top floor's off limits, password or not. Looking to buy a little something extra then?
She looks so pasty. Yes.
Smoke powder in its earthier forms. For purists only.
Oh, the poisons. Interesting. Yeah, I see. Lovely.
Don't jostle any.
Every storage key.
Employees only, Pastia. If you're expecting any packages, they'll bring them down to you.
Maybe a few.
All right. Might sneak up to the top floor later. I didn't really learn much. Okay, we gotta find a way to get the top floor.
I mean, can't believe everything you read, but if even half Edra's reporting is true, some folk are just nasty.
Okay, I'm gonna break into the hag's place now.
How delicious. Hardly a challenge.
I skipped those ones because there's no
What's going on?
there's no mystery in them.
Something over there.
Eviction notice. I've had it. Snowstorms inside the house, blood weaving from the windows, and now Mr. Wembley's cat is vomiting up frogs. The poor man had a bloody heart attack from the shock. I know you lot are trying to fight back against hags or whatever, and that's great, honestly, but I can't risk the neighborhood just because you're stupid enough to piss off a hag. Keep your rent, I want you all by tomorrow. They've gone somewhere else, have they? Nothic Eye, Silk Gland, Hag Research Notes. Okay, I'll take all those. Nothing over there. Potatoes. Barely legible letter. Mr. Edgero, Cled found a place. A nice old man called Mr. Garlow used to live there, but his neighbor said he doesn't live there anymore. Cled thinks it's perfect. We can hide from the hag or fight or whatever he thinks is a good idea. Cled knows you'll have a good plan. Cled will wait at old Garlow's for you. Bye, Cled. Cled, I think, is a half orc. Onion and garlic. Potato. Nice. Good simple food. How to kill a hag.
First in my heart.
We've done it. We took blood, sweat, and tears, but we've done it. We know how to kill a hag. Me, myself, and Edril at old Garlow's. This is going to change everything. Marina. I know that name. Okay. Let's go down here.
Ready.
To One Eye. Dear One Eye, I don't know who you are, but I know we've got a friend in common, a dear friend who I haven't heard from in a while. The last time we spoke, she said she was meeting you, and she hasn't been seen since. I'm not trying to accuse you of anything, but I am worried. If you know anything about a werewolf, please come find me. I'll be at the Water Queen's house. Beach House Hatch Key.
Leave me be.
Whoa.
What are you doing in here?
Whoa, that was weird.
You catch the scent of death on the man's clothes, his skin damp with decay. He appears unwell.
This is my spot. Go on, find your own.
Trust me, I have no interest in staying here.
Oh, well, that's all right then.
Is it?
No matter. This is still the safest place to hide. It's just bad luck I was discovered. I must be patient. My brothers need me. Stop making so much noise. You'll have the fists sniffing around.
I can't interact with this guy any more than that. Whoa. So me and Asterion are first. I think I'm able to shove some of these guys back in the water. Does that kill them? How does this work?
No hesitation.
So they fell back, and then now they came back into the water. And that was my whole turn. Unlucky. Okay, I guess I'm standing here then.
Shall we dance? No escape.
Alright. What do I do with my turn here? Howl the Dead. Could be worse. Hope they don't push me in the water. No tadpole charm, eh? can hit my own guy. Unlucky. Alright, just give him the business then, I guess. Nice crit. Alright, 5 more guys have turns. No big deal. What is that? 6-turn Bloodhunt Frenzy. What does that do? Nice. No Tadpole Charm, huh? Okay, so what does this Blood Scent Frenzy do? Okay, so his advantage on anyone who has less than hit points. Okay, so... let's try to take this dude out.
Let my enemies fall.
66. So ridiculous. Okay, almost. Nothing. Not ideal. Can I get a 3-man cleave here? Yeah. Nice shot. Can I hit this guy? Not really. Just kill whatever ones you can. Not worth provoking the attacks of opportunity to stand here. I really gotta kill this guy before he starts messing me up. I don't have Necrotic Touch anymore. I kind of miss that spell. Just like a basic melee range blast. I'm going to try not to use any spells in this fight because I'm not too worried about these guys. But she's not going to be able to do much to this guy. This doesn't hit any of them. I was wrong before. It seems to only hit. It seems to only affect enemies. Heartstopper. Targets lose an action. This might be nice so this guy doesn't blast me out here. 45%. We're too low to make it worth it. Okay, this is bad. Okay, he's not doing very much damage, which is good. Fine. This will be an easy short rest after this. God damn it. Shit. Jesus. Why is this guy so cracked out? That was a big crit though. But I don't get the reaction. I'm not sure why I can't get the Accursed Spectre here.
Let's go.
So why did I not get the Accursed Spectre reaction there? I want to relook at this. Oh yeah, why do I not get this? He was definitely afflicted with Hexblade's Curse. Smack. That a girl.
Might will prevail. Sounds like fun. Time to push my luck again.
The jumping is so fun. Come on, get up, see what happens. Run away, see what happens. Nice. Ow. This guy's attacking again? What is this? Why did he not get a reaction there?
Time to meet your maker.
So many things I don't understand.
Favors the fearless.
Okay, this is double Eldritch Blast, I think. How much health does this guy have? 22. So 1-1-1 should be good. One. Pew! Okay, one more. Whoa. Where did this guy come from?
Time to move. Blood comes easy these days.
Okay.
Thank you for cutting those creatures down, truly. Gods know
You're welcome. Is this going to restore my reputation in the world? 320 bucks, thank you.
Oh, those things smell like a fishmonger's unsold stock. What are they?
Defender of the people.
It's a short rest. Alright, let's go sniff around here a little bit, see if we get anything. Wispweed, Onyx Ring, Longbow. Nice. Let's loot them first, then cover the rest. A waterlogged letter. If you're reading this, I'm probably dead. Trapped underwater by madmen and fish fucks. Explosives everywhere, no way. I would pray for help. Marguerite, Quentin, Holly, I love you all. Okay. They love their shinies. What's up, Sailor Pete? I guess this is why you can't click on them, because they weren't ready yet.
Bitch Queen's mercy.
Okay, no real new lines here. I can talk to the kids now, though.
Well, that could have gone a lot worse. Thanks for that.
Gods, all we wanted was a nice dockside walk, not an unscheduled menagerie visit.
Something's on my mind.
Oh, I saw you fighting those monsters. You were magnificent, I think. I mean, I couldn't really see from where I was, but I bet you were.
Honor mode I lost at the end of Act 1. At the Githyanki Creche, they got like this huge series of like they got this like huge series of wins in the battle, and I couldn't really escape from it. There was probably like a couple of other things I could have done, like blown the ogre trumpet and stuff, or like used more elixirs. But honestly, considering that I didn't do the Githyanki Creche the first time I played the game, it was like all completely new to me, and I was just kind of like bumbling around. To be fair, like playing the game for the first time in like almost 2 years, you're not really, or at least I wasn't really like ready for honor mode, to be honest. I was hoping I would be, but those guys are really hard. They like, the backup guys just like ran on Shadowheart and like just two-shot her basically, and then I was just on my heels, so no such luck. The hard fights have been, obviously the game is a lot easier now in Act 3, but the hard fights are like late Act 1, early Act 2, I found. I've been thinking about your version of the game, like when you played it, and thinking about how much that like changing classes around and using different people at different points and stuff like that is like really, I think, quite necessary. But there hasn't been that many deaths since then. Like a couple of like freak occurrences here and there where I restarted stuff, but I think it's doable. There's so many ways you can be overpowered in this game. But yeah, like for example, Like the paladin and light cleric in Act 2 with everything being undead is so massively useful. Asterion was very useful in Act 1. Will now as the new Hexblade Warlock is so impossibly busted. The end of Act 2 fight, yeah, that took me, yeah, 100% you're right. I don't even know if I would do the Crash fight if I did Honor Mode next time, just to be safe. But the Act 2 fight took me, the Ketheric Thorm fight took me like 4 opportunities. I really just had to learn that you can't play his game too much and try to kill all the underlings. You really just have to rush him and just use everything you got. That's what made it easy, is just to kind of simplify it and like rush him down.
Thanks again for dealing with those Sawagan. You saved more than just my livelihood. A bit quieter after the Sawagan attack, but that's to be expected. Loyal customers will be back.
Yeah, I'm not sure what the benefit is, but I don't remember getting much from it, but there's some good stuff there. One of the funniest things about Ketheric is if you have Dame Aelin in your party, she's just running around like being so useless. You basically have to like shove people off the platform to heal them, which takes so much time, but really the Paladin can do a lot of damage to Ketheric. But like once you're out of spells, you do nothing to him because he's so resistant to like slashing and piercing. You gotta remember to use bludgeoning.
Flaming fast commandeer the best stuff, but I can show you what I've got.
Yeah. That dagger is quite good. I forgot about that.
God's willing, there won't be any more of those things.
I also like went into that machine. I had no idea what I was doing. I got this like permanent wisdom debuff that I managed to like block off just by using a tadpole. That whole Githyanki crash area was just like a nightmare. I had no idea what I was doing. I'm like, what am I doing here? I don't know what I'm trying to do. And they're so strong. But that worked out pretty well. And then now we feel really strong. And the Warlock especially is like doing probably triple the damage of anyone else. Asterion as an assassin does very, very good damage for his first attack when he can get his sneak attack crits. Otherwise, Will is like crazy. And the Paladin is fine, but it's not blowing my mind.
The city as well. Seems they neglected to mention the sea devils.
This is around the time... Right, yeah. I remember that. Yeah. I remember reading about that afterwards, trying to figure out what to do.
Was incredible.
The Paladin, like at this point, last time I played, like around level 10, plus some gear from Baldur's Gate, the open hand monk started to be like rivaling Karlach as like by far my most useful character. The Paladin is a good frontliner with some good support stuff, but like outside of like being able to find the way to build a lot of crit on him, he's not that powerful, like damage wise. I don't know. Maybe if he was Oathbreaker, it'd be good. And then I got this device too. Have you heard about this? This thing here, the Resonance Stone. All nearby creatures are steeped in bliss. You get this in like the colony under Ketheric's tower. Do you know about this thing? Yeah. I do want to do like the... Last time I played the game, I just did everything. But I'd like to do like the penultimate quest for each person. So what it does is, seized by great joy, affected entity is more energized and also more mentally compliant. Entity is advantage on physical checks and disadvantage on mental saving throws. Entity is also vulnerable to psychic damage. And the reason that's so good on Will is that Will's weapon is like the summonable psychic dagger. So, my main character's, without critting or doing anything, my main character's doing about like 20 to 25 per hit. Will's doing like 55 to 65 on like a flat hit with like using his charisma modifier and everything. No, I'm gonna run around, explore the entire town. And once I hit level 12, I'll start doing all the penultimate ones. I just saw Cazador's palace, but I haven't been there yet. So we're gonna get there. I'm gonna basically see if through exploration and more minor stuff, if I can get this final 3/4 of a level. And then at 12, I'll start to do like Cazador's thing, Will's thing, Shadow Hearts, etc. All that stuff. Raphael's.
Dreaming red.
But for now, I'm just trying to get some experience and wander around. We're getting there. I was actually planning on using a druid this run, but unless you respec someone, you don't get a druid till mid to halfway through Act 2, with Jaheira or Halsin. But at this point, I was like, okay, well, now that I'll do this, I'll just start using the druid in Act 3. But now I'm just like used to the cleric, and also like I don't really have gear to make Halsin equivalent to how good everyone is. So I'm just using Shadowheart twice in a row. The rest of the characters are new. I'm using Warlock, Rogue, Paladin this time, as opposed to Monk, Barbarian, Wizard. Was your whole run evil? Did you do Dark Urge?
I've heard about you,
You didn't, did you?
Didn't I? Likes of you just make it hard on the likes of me. So, still got the goods?
Will and Shadowheart are so like goody-goody. Asterion, I've played like a relatively good person run, and Asterion is like largely disapproving of what I did, whereas like Will and Shadowheart are like basically pretty namby-pamby good, honestly. Yeah. If I play again for Honor Mode, I'll do Dark Urge again, and I'll be a lot more vicious, I think. I still have never tried a Bard, Ranger, or Fighter, so maybe those will be it. You killed Isabel and Aelin? Yeah, that's pretty evil. It's a little more fun to play that way.
Being arrested for theft. If you have a defense, make it now.
Being arrested for theft? Try to talk your way out of it. I think the person saw me. That's so weird. Yeah. Of all the things that I've done, this is what she cares about. A chest in the beach. There's that cloak you get relatively early onto the Dark Urge story is crazy on Asterion, where once per turn you get automatic invisibility after killing someone. Forget about it. God damn it. Ugh. It's so good. I was like, do I put this on my Paladin who's actually Dark Urge? No. Asterion. My inspiration charges. I don't want to go to prison. Oh my god. The massive Miller time debuff. Normally he's been fairly kind to me, but that was this is a rough one.
For now. But something tells you they
The inspiration
won't be so
charges I like to charge
receptive
up,
to
but now I don't need the
your
XP as much, so I don't mind doing all that. That was a kind of a wasteful series of moves though. Okay, so most of this is covered. What's up here? But yeah, I don't know. There's other games I want to play. I still haven't played Doom and stuff, but there's something about going through all this and remembering all the stuff and getting better at the game that makes me like instantly want to do the Honor Mode run immediately afterwards and just kind of rush through it a little bit more.
Oh, I didn't realize who I was asking. Please, please don't hurt us. Anything would help. Any amount at all.
I feel a little dizzy.
Poor kid.
Please, kind sir, can you spare a few coins to feed my son? He's sick and likely to...
Okay, this part's all covered. I still haven't... The hags I have to find again. They're somewhere. Remember, this is the creepy undead house. It's nice having the intimidation and persuasion proficiencies as a paladin. My paladin's pretty dumb. He doesn't get like perception checks or anything working basically ever at all in conversation. But you can bully people pretty well. Use Dark Urge, Asterion, Lizelle, and Minthara with sub in Dark Shadowheart sometimes. Yeah, I wanted to use Minthara, but I didn't quite do it well. I think you have to check with Halsin at the camp after knocking out Minthara in the Goblin place, and then apparently you can find her in Ketheric afterwards. But it might just be because I wasn't evil. What class did you do for your main character?
Someone who can probably read. can I interest you in a copy of the Baldur's Mouth Gazette? Please buy one.
Sure. You're selling broadsheets now, Sylphie?
We're all doing our bit. Better than sitting around waiting for the gates to open. It's a really good paper, though. No spelling mistakes in it or anything.
Yeah. Especially in Act 1, like Asterion was completely carrying me, I found. Like the multiple invisibilities and like just the amount of actions he has. Now he's still quite good. Kind of not that great in Act 2. The Paladin and Cleric kind of carried Act 2. And now Will's like totally overpowered and like the most I've ever seen. And Asterion is good, for sure. But with the Dark Urge cloak, etc., and like assassin restealthing, whatever, he was just completely carrying Act 1 with all the humanoids. Yeah, it's so good. A couple of things I learned is, yeah, I agree. A couple of things I've learned is one, I didn't know you could dual wield hand crossbows, which is really fun. And two, I played the game. I played like over half the game before I realized that Eldritch Blast, which is the Warlock cantrip, that's like most of their damage. You can target multiple people, but I didn't know that you could double blast a single person if you wanted to until like almost the beginning of Act 3, I think.
Thank you. My first sale. I can't wait to tell Mo.
Have I read this one already? Have I read this one? I got 2 copies of it? No, never mind.
In the Baldur's Mouth Gazette.
But truthfully speaking, I kind of miss them. I honestly miss the monk a lot. Like if I played again, I would probably use the monk again and do the half orc, Dark Urge, Tavern Brawler type, which apparently is just like completely busted.
Don't worry about the smell, citizen. Probably just the drains. Nothing to concern yourself with.
You can smell that, right? Bloody rotten it is.
Another thing is that
I mean, can't believe everything you read, but if even half Edgar's reporting is true, some folk
yeah,
are just
half orcs just seem like. I mean, when I played the Dragonborn before, I was like, what am I getting out of this? The breath attack is all you have. It's just like pure vibes, basically. I forgot what I was gonna say, but yeah, I really enjoyed using the monk again. And the other thing is, honestly, playing through this game again, I really, really love it. I love the open-ended aspect, or you can approach any situation not with like sort of trepidation, but like excitement to see how it's going to go, because you can always find a way out of the circumstance, and sometimes it turns into a fight, and that's almost like the least imaginative thing that can happen. But like you just walk into every single like large-scale confrontation or interaction or anything and be like, I wonder what's going to happen. There's a real fun to that, which like no games have. So many RPGs are like, oops, I said the wrong thing. You know what I mean? It doesn't happen as much in this game.
Behold, this tree
I love that about it. Yeah. I don't like multiclassing.
To die. The goddess Shrontia wishes me to save it. I can feel it.
When I play like strategy tactics games, I really like really specific roles with each person where you can get end game skills. I like niches more than I like something like that. Reliable talent. What's that?
You can barely make out what the Gazette's printed these days. But even through the ink blots, seems there's some rotten characters around.
Cure you of your pestilence. You have my word.
Oh wow, yeah, that's really good. I read the 5e definition, but I assume it's the same. Do I have that now?
Don't touch me.
Reliable talent. When you make an ability check with a skill you're proficient with, the lowest roll you can roll on the dice is 10. Yeah. It's really funny how much that, like, when you are leveling up, with 2.5 characters who have spell slots, and then you have a rogue, how much less the rogue gets per level. Or like compare the item bar here for the paladin or the cleric compared to what he's got. He's got nothing. He's like he's just like rogues in like WoW. What he does is like, boom, I do this, but I do it really well. Yeah, every level it's like you get 8 HP and like a random passive.
Moving ahead.
Oh great, he can disguise himself now. It's so focused. I really like it actually. It's kind of a pain through the cleric levels. Even though it doesn't matter, you can change your skills, whatever. You're like, okay, well, let me try to make up some spells I don't know anything
I
about.
can't say I've ever noticed the same about you, Astarion.
My width is very faint, thank you. Nothing a little bergamot, rosemary, and
Yeah.
of aged brandy can't hide. It's the perfect olfactory disguise for a corpse. Honestly, I miss my calling as a perfumer.
Set into the mansion's faded exterior, you see the faintest outline of a door, an entrance designed to provide the utmost discretion. The door pulses with a heavy, melancholic magic. Whatever lies
This might be relevant to my Necromancy of Thay book.
and the dead, you sense it waits for the right words. It requires permission to open.
Secreta Mortorum.
The door shudders. It has no choice but to let you inside.
I read this upstairs on a piece of paper. And then basically, I basically started the game thinking that eventually it probably would go evil, to do like a Vengeance Paladin, a Dark Cleric / Spore Druid, a Warlock, and a Rogue, all of which are like dark leaning characteristics. And then I've been trying to like kind of keep the Paladin thing going along at the behest of the Dark Urge. And a couple of times like almost killed my lover, etc. But if you resist the Dark Urge, you don't get that many Dark Urge moments. You get some, like 1 or 2 per act. But if you don't go whole hog evil, the Dark Urge doesn't seem to be like a hugely impactful thing. But coming into Act 3 and finding out what it actually is, being like a ball spawn and a slayer, everything that, has been so cool, I think. And so satisfying. I'm such a huge fan of it. It's such a smart way for them to link the old games to this one. Such a smart way to do it. I have no inspiration charges left, Mayday.
Do not have an appointment. Yet you
Yeah, I think it's so smart. What a smart idea.
Mr. Carrion. Ah, yes. You were drawn to me. A wanderer bearing the scent of death. You are familiar with the Necromancy of Thay. I have heard the spirits whisper its name. Few books have the power to send a shiver through the living and the dead. Tell me, what did you make of its contents?
Because of that resonance stone that I use, that the Warlock has in his inventory, I had disadvantage on psychic checks. So to pass through all the saving throws of the Necromancy of Thay, I had to use an elixir basically, so that I at least just had an even roll and not disadvantage. I had to use advantage to offset the disadvantage. That's how I got through it. A lot of people have some nice purples now. Like Helsec has some. The guy at the Harper shop. I gotta go through it and like kind of figure out which of these pieces I really want. It's been pretty hard to find paladin weapons this game, I find. I used the Everburn blade from the initial Nautiloid fight for an act and a half, probably. No, for almost 2 full acts. I got this halberd, which is purple. It's not even that high damage, but it's a pretty good defensive offensive weapon. And the first fight in Moonrise Tower. Before that, I used the Everburn blade the entire game. Crazy. Tell me, what do you make of his contents? You're familiar with the subject matter? I haven't finished it. Somehow I can't not decipher the final pages. Is this true? You're familiar with the subject matter?
Such a book is for those who make only the shallowest.
Yeah, I use great weapons as my first feat. I already have a shield on the Warlock and the Cleric.
Still, such powers are not without danger when wielded by one of your capabilities.
I needed one two-handed character.
But wait. My spirits stir. Our conversation appears to have disturb them. They have a message for you. A most valuable one.
Everyone's trying to rip me off lately.
Forth, if you are willing to offer them suitable recompense.
I wish I had said the third one instead. I wonder what happened. Sure, whatever. Elaborate in summoning. Is it safe? Stand over the gold. I'm getting ripped off lately. I have less than 5,000 now.
Come forth. Listen. Obey.
They are here. Yes. They know of the necromancy of Fae. They fear it. They do not want its power. Release.
Destruction. Decay. The book must remain sealed.
I think so too. That's what I remembered. I remember there being some sort of mega sword from doing will stuff. I wonder how it would be different in other wills in my party, because I remember I just fought the dragon before. I wonder how things will be differently. I think it's still like sort of necromantic and cursed. We'll see. Okay, let's go for intimidation. Deny me, specters. My ghost will torment you for eternity. Why can't I do guidance? She's right here. Fuck. Fuck, man. Miller. You're a dice curse. How did I not have a guidance spell there? Not that it matters.
The spirits have spoken. The necromancy of Fae must go unread.
No, it's true. You must have some idea how the book can be opened.
There is a place. Sorcerous Sundries. It is the closest.
God, everyone's ripping me off in this town.
This city has to offer.
I'm paying Manhattan rent.
Speak with the proprietor. Perhaps they might sell the key to the book's opening. Now, unless you have any further business,
I want to see.
I think this consultation has reached its end.
I come to discuss your client Oscar. He's been possessed. Who's Oscar?
The painter.
Oh yeah. I haven't done this yet. This is weird.
I remember. He wanted to contact a tormented spirit.
Oh, that guy. Yeah, yeah.
I gave him exactly what he desired, and for a pittance, given the complexity of his request. His inability to follow simple instructions.
Isn't Oscar the guy I freed in Act 1?
If he wanted his safety guaranteed, that would have cost him extra.
How can he be freed of the spirit possessing him?
It's quite simple.
Quite to the point.
He requires an exorcism. I can provide you with the means to perform such a ceremony, but you understand, this is my livelihood. First, you must do something for me.
Okay, let's look at the trade. Hood of the Weave. You gain a +2 bonus to spell save DC and spell attack rolls. Armor of the Spore Keeper. Oh, nice. Hey, I was going to use this. And then Veil of the Morning. Undead have disadvantage on attack rolls against you and advantage on saving throws. Turn undead. Clothing. This is crazy, right? Is this the one? Yeah. That's crazy. This is the kind of thing that, like, it's hard to quantify if you're not used to D&D games, how good this is. Yeah, it's nuts. This would even be arguably like pretty good for my warlock, because I think like it basically his psychic tooth, his shadow tooth basically counts as a psychic roll. What kind of service?
Do not worry. It is of unearthly nature.
Oh, Thrumbo, I found him.
It regards a conduit of mine, Thrumbo, who has recently deserted his duties. He has not gone far, but given the sensitivity of his nature,
I'm sad I lost that persuasion roll.
he is not free to roam the city. Return Thrumbo's body to me, then I will give you what you need to cleanse Oscar of his spectral interloper.
Why do you run?
It's quite simple. He resented having to work for a living. The undead can be rather lazy in that
Yeah,
regard.
I don't intend to fight him.
He was always a simple, contented creature.
I don't even know if I can really use that with the group I'm using.
Bone. Perhaps he has forgotten how ungenerous the world can be, or simply prefers to live in the gutter. If he does not value the gift I gave in reanimating that wretched flesh of his, then I
This is a tough
will
one.
take it back.
If the other guy
It
wants
is my
liberty, that's not my
property,
problem.
Not his.
Have you been playing TFT the past like number of months, like the last couple of sets?
Funny isn't a crime.
Awaken, little one. Flower and bloom as I know you.
I'll think about it.
A simple errand seems no price at all for the soul of your artist friend. Take time to
This guy's
consider
gaslighting
my
me.
offer. If that is what you require, I'm sure Oscar has plenty to spare.
Okay, well that didn't go great. I played a little last set. Yeah, I had like a cold for like a week or so back when set 13 was playing, and I played it a lot and really liked it. And then I've been playing a lot of the most recent set too, just out of like habit of kind of like playing in my off time. And I don't think it's as good a set, but I still find myself playing it a fair amount.
Very well.
He's so ghastly.
Not food, client.
I have to reset my things, excuse me. Alright. Well, that did not go satisfactorily in terms of me finding a way to deal with the Necromancy of Thay, but we can always do it another way. Alright, well, nothing else here. Right? Let's see what's upstairs. Sometimes it feels like a little bit boring to. Well, no imminent dice rolls right now. I'm sure I'll get some inspiration charges back. Sometimes I find it a little bit boring to have the rogue just like effortlessly unlock every single thing. There's a lot more like artistry and fun to it, like finding a key and remembering things and like returning to it. Sometimes having every single dice roll be like a guaranteed success is like feels a little bit uninspired in how to play. Do you know what I mean?
Those charms all sound a bit out of my price range.
Okay. What else is here? I need to get upstairs in Felogir's fireworks, which is here. How do you get upstairs? I think if you go up here, didn't I find a way from up here to get across there? I remember this being a fight.
Quality of journalism's pure toilet too these days. Can't believe they didn't even enter.
I don't think this is the way to do it though. Yeah, honor run is different. The things that I've learned about honor mode from this one is just like how much stuff you have available to you. You know what I mean? Like I have a million things I could craft. Yeah. Like I have a million things I could craft. You really have to like, one, you have to know the fights 100%, or be like insanely smart. But also you need to like respect elixirs and like use potions and use all the stuff you have. It's a little bit harder like psychologically to care about those things when you know you can just restart the fight. You know what I mean? It's hard in any sort of game to like treat everything as life or death unless it is literally life and death. That's why things like honor mode is so fun. No one's gonna care about this, right?
No one stopped me yet.
Pave my path with corpses, build my castle with bones.
So do I want to go upstairs and check this out? What am I gonna do now? Yeah. I know someone I've been talking to lately who's been dropping by who talks about how having your main character be a halfling is so critical to always be able to re-roll the first one you get. He's playing like a swords bard or something. He's having the time of his life. Very enthusiastic character. Big min-maxer. You guys would get along. Okay, so outside of Sorcerous Sundries, I've now covered all of this. I'll go talk to Thrumbo, see how this is going. I haven't talked to this Oscar guy yet, so I'm gonna wait on that because I think there's a little bit of a glitch here in saying that I know who Oscar is. I met Oscar when I freed him, but I haven't actually spoke to him since then. So it's time to do this next. I wish I had some inspiration charges, but life goes on. No, never. He's like, I've made Lae'zel my cleric so that I can use a longsword due to her Githyanki racial benefit. So she can use a specific sword in a cleric. I was like, whoa, this is a lot.
Like a good moment to talk. Let me back in. I'll bring Leroican out here, you tin tube. You tell Leroican I went for his goddamn night song, and now he has to pay up. What are you looking at?
This guy looks like an actor.
Shit, it's you. You went looking for the night song after me.
Oh, this guy. This guy was outside the Goblin Fort. I found the night song. Turns out it wasn't a relic, but an Aasimar.
An Aasimar? Hells. If I'd known, I'd have asked for more.
Yeah,
gold.
seriously.
Kidnapping costs more than theft.
Did you take a boat around it?
Don't forget, I'm the one who gave you that contract. I want my cut.
Piss off. Lobby. Oh my god. Miller, please. Oh, okay, we're good. Okay, you're clear. You're clear.
I ought to knock some sense into you. But you know what? I'm too goddamn tired.
That's what I thought.
If she's out there, I'm gonna find her. You mark my words.
That's a bit malicious, isn't it? Hold on, I need to sell some stuff. I got a bunch of gear I got from those Sahuagins. I'll sell to this guy. I think it's more that I'll take the rest of the day off. I'm like, all right, this is not for me. My psychic energies are not appropriate. I don't think I caught your name before, or anything else about you for that matter. What's with this guy's extra wrinkle?
Forgive me. My name is Mohan. I'm a consultant of sorts. Whenever someone worth knowing needs something worth having, there I am.
He's got nothing important, so why is he being so tricky?
About you.
Do you have a secret gear set? He's the same stuff. There's nothing here. Why is he so tricky? Okay, drop all this bullshit. Thank you. I'm so poor. 4,000? What happened to me? Holy shit, man.
Godspeed, and come back whenever you need something.
This guy's got like elite the guy's got like elite charisma, but no real usefulness. I wonder where the Sorcerer's Sundry is. I'll look through this for a little while. This might be another level 12 spot. I remember this being like some pretty tough battles in here. There's so many secrets here. The rolls that don't matter, I always succeed. That's how it goes.
This armor is a construct animated by powerful magic. It has no soul or power of speech, but it follows the directives of its master. It feels no pain and knows no morality. It will act on behalf of its master and perish when the magic that binds it is severed.
Oh, there he is. The biggest jerk in the game.
Excuse me, he can't stop. There's only so much shopping time left before the absolute breaches the city.
Where is the famous Leroican?
I feel much less secure in life with no inspiration charges. It's like walking around with no money in your bank account.
There's not much left. Looks like folks heard the Absolute was on the march and bought everything that wasn't nailed down.
You have no fallback mechanism.
I want a pet elemental, but Mumbus says I'm not old enough. I wouldn't let it die like the
Look at this well-dressed child.
Have you seen how much the prices have risen? Might as well be.
Oh, the Grimforge fight was pretty hard too.
The lava elemental.
I had to remember how to do it, and it's more difficult on honor mode because his mobility, if you hit him, his mobility is insane with the legendary action. So really, the Grimforge fight is basically like you can really only play it a certain way. Why would you do? Basically, you had to fish for ranged hits to aggro him, and then run onto the platform, and then sanctuary that person. So he runs over to him, can't attack him, and then you slam the thing down on your guy and him, unless you can disengage and run away. But I kind of forgot that, so that took a couple attempts as well. Gold Wormling Staff, eh? What's this? Firebolt and Topple, classic sorcerer point. Magical histories, the Spell Plague. In the infamous calamitous year of 1385, a conspiracy between the goddess of Dr. Shar and the god of trickery Sirik sought to end mistress control of the weave and influence over the realms by cravenly assassinating her. But instead of merely breaking the goddess of magic's dominance, her death threw the weave into utter chaos and collapse. Magic spells falter or failed entirely, countless spellcasters driven or killed insane. Killed or driven insane. A vast storm of blue flame arose from the Magic jungles and swept the continent, churning and reshaping the land and leaving whole regions devastated. For the murder of Mistress, Sirik was sentenced by her conclave of gods to 1,000 years imprisonment. Toril would face nearly 100 years of upheaval before Mistral could return once again, reinstated as god of magic in 1480, thanks to the efforts of the legendary wizard Elminster and the events of the Second Sundering to be fully explored in the next volume. Alright. That fight has sent 3 people down, left 1 up high outside the forge, just spammed him by throwing bodies at him. That fight has sent 3 people down, left 1 up high outside the forge. I just spammed him by throwing bodies at him. Whose bodies did you use? And how did you get him to be vulnerable? You have to wait till he's in the lava for him to take damage, right? It does make sense because that'd be bludgeoning damage. That's a very smart move he did there. Harping by Moonlight, an approach to life by Elminster Omar, the Shades or Shadow Dill. The text is rife with observations and personal inspections such as this. I've never understood why people talk about evil as if it's a point of view. I find that tawdry and stupid. Evil and good are as present in our world as gravity, and though our interpretation is displaced across the garbled noise of culture, they actually remain recently constant. What is this guy, Marcus Aurelius? Just because we've cast fly doesn't mean you've broken gravity. Even the god who gave cleric her power is just a flue down from the smoke of good flows. Sometimes I wish we lived somewhere in which these things weren't as omnipotent as they are. No matter how long you study, you can't grapple smoke. I've tried to understand good to realize it in our world. More and more often as I get older, I just feel it flowing through my fingers. Which isn't to say the things we do are meaningless. We may be puppets toked and strobed around by good and evil, but we can jerk on the strings a little. Wise man. Yeah, there's a bunch of methods that are like nearby. That's a really funny strategy. Ramazith. Hailed by Volo as a sage extraordinaire and by many grumbling parents and impressionable young women as a bloody nuisance, Ramazith Flamesinger was a wizard of great renown. Living in Baldur's Gate, this figure went missing some time ago. It is rumored that he grew romantically involved with a nymph, and idle gossip tells me they ran off together to live in some strange peaceful place, but gossip is not so reliable and no one really knows what became of him. That seems like a previous Baldur's Gate reference. Minus this sounds familiar. There was a Brazilian streamer who had a really, really big moment when Baldur's Gate came out. She only had one character left when she was fighting the Grimforge guy. And so she stood on the platform, she dropped a healing potion, and then hammered the thing on both of them. So the hammer came down, killed her, killed the thing, broke the healing potion, which then rezzed her back up, and that's how she got through it. And it was like, even the head of Larian was like, this is just what we're hoping for with a game like this. It was like an all-time classic smart move.
Apologies. I'm with a customer at the moment.
Yeah, real smart.
The newborn zombie gazes at you hungrily, pus drooling from its slack jaw.
Slack jaw. Alright, I think I'm kind of running out of steam here. I might go to Rib Fest today. I love ribs. Alright, lady, what do you got? Downfall of the Iron Throne. With the downfall of Saravak, the city's mage council was asked to make a memorable example of the Iron Throne, whose criminal headquarters squatted like Dire Toad in the center of Baldur's Gate. Okay, have fun, man. I'll talk to you later. Whose criminal headquarters squatted like looming over the disgusting citizenry as thugs has so recently preyed upon. The council hastily convened, decided upon a dramatic demonstration of the city's rejection of the Iron Throne, and 17 of their number joined their magical powers in a 48-hour ritual that concluded by levitating the Iron Throne building from its foundations, conveying it across the docks and out to the deepest channel of Grey Harbor, where it's plunged beneath the waves and fogs to be seen no more. And in this way, the most prominent symbol of the bloody reign of Saravak Anchev was obliterated. I wonder if they made that up for this game, or whether that was actually what happened like in the stories. Because that's a classic error.
Literature department. Can I help you?
She's a whisperer. What do you have on offer?
These books are sensitive. They prefer an environment of quiet reverence.
What do you have on offer?
Scrolls, parchments, codices, tomes. Take a look and see what calls you.
Can I read this book? I want to read it. No, one copy. Thank you. Alright, let's look about him. Dear sir, though I appreciate your attempt to contribute to our popular series, I'm afraid we're not accepting reader submissions such as this time. Furthermore, we recommend our fact checker, Hope Candor, for your personal employees should you wish to attempt to publish this under a name elsewhere. Kind regards, Ember Coyle. I can't read the book? Editor's edition, okay, great. It's a big room. The second Sundering, I'll read that. You convinced me. In the years following the Mistress' assassination, the planes of existence were in upheaval. Lord Ao, the Hidden One, overgod of all deities and mortals, sought to rebalance what had been thrown into disarray by renewing the Tablets of Fate, those most sacred of artifacts that kept whole worlds in check and found balance between order and chaos. The very portfolios of the gods were rewritten, and several who were thought lost found themselves returned to life and power. Heralded by the wizard Elminster Armoire, Mister found her magic restored and portfolio returned to her. Once again, the rightful goddess of magic found herself to be the custodian of the weave. Elminster, doing big work at all times. The chosen of Mistra. To be chosen of a god is to be empowered with their very essence, and to be chosen of the goddess of magic herself is to possess unparalleled mastery among mortals, manipulating the weave. Some would consider such beings to be demigods, while others would see them as servants, powerful and rare ones for sure, but servants nonetheless. In the current age, Mr. Omar is known to be chosen of Mistra. It is fitting, of course, that the finest wizard known to most would claim such a title, but was he chosen for his magical prowess, or is that prowess derived from his chosen status? Some embittered scholars claim that Mistra's favor is rooted in an amorous past of Mistra herself, but this author finds such a feat to be no sorts of shame if true. For a lowly mortal to seduce a goddess, bravo, sir, one can only suppose that the bunk beds of Candlekeep twitch with dreams of repeating the act. That's interesting. I wonder if Gale can... I forget what happens. I wonder if Gale can inherit that. Alright, let's talk to Roland. What's up, buddy?
You! What do you want?
Roland, how are you faring without Cal and Leah?
Life goes on, doesn't it? Whether you want it to or not. Please, just make your purchase and go. I don't have energy for anything else.
I want to speak to whoever's in charge around here.
Sure. Head on upstairs. Though, do be warned, if you don't bring something called the Night Song with you, your head will be put through a window.
It's intense. Alright.
Be quick about it.
He's so cranky. Just scrolls. This is insane, right? A +2 charisma hat. Armor of the Landfall. Druid gear. Best of soul rejuvenation. Whenever the wearer succeeds in a saving throw against a spell, they regain 1 to 4 hit points. The armor can use a reaction to make an unarmed strike against any attacker that misses. Armor class +2. The hat does seem very good, right?
Blade at the ready.
I just got the hat from Scleriatus Fell. I was just talking about you a few minutes ago. Were you here for that? This seems really insane. Let's take a little sniff here. I was talking to a friend of mine who had done an honor mode playthrough like about a year and a bit ago, and we were talking about proficiency bonuses. He had proficiency bonuses with everyone, so he never rolled below like a 10 or a 15. And then I was talking about your like halfling idea about like -1 protection, and then I was comparing how the two of you are both real min-maxers. I've looked through all this before. Do I still have the strange conduit ring? Yeah, both of these are quite good. I still have this diadem. I have to re-look at my other stuff. I've seen this. I just saw this in a previous place. Ballist armor. Okay, good to know. Resident Stone. So ridiculous. Can't get better than that. All right, this is pretty helpful. And they say you can use offhand. I don't think I would use an offhand. Belm? Perfectly balanced strike. What is that? Okay, I'll figure this out later. But yeah, I'm looking at that helm. But they're saying here that arguably the Diadem of Arcane Synergy is better. Because I forget what Arcane Synergy is. Right, okay, I'll look at this again. Oh, you're doing it yourself? That's good. Hi, buddy, what's going on? Okay, let me look at this thing before. I still have that item, don't I? You still have that Arcane Synergy circlet? I didn't sell it? I might have sold it.
I can do better. I must.
Maybe it's back at base? Maybe I sold it. I'm scared.
Defender of the people.
I guess I thought this was better.
My
I might
face
have been wrong.
protects me.
She doesn't have it, right?
Watch your back.
Still in control. Just.
See, was back at base. How did you enjoy being dead? Was being dead fun? Okay, I think I sold it. But I might be able to go through everywhere and find it again. Because this surely was in Act 3. It's probably back at the other place. I think it's probably back at the blacksmiths. I'll have to recheck things. It's good to know that things there. I don't really understand that Arcane Synergy thing.
Where am I needed?
He doesn't have it, right? Just to double check. The reason I didn't think some of these things are good, like the strange conduit ring, but that's kind of hard for him to have. I didn't really have like a good concentration for him to use. Kai, what have you been up to? You got to the creche? Yeah, but I kept it around for a while, because I know I was using it for a long time on Will. It's a matter of whether I still have it. Let's look at these rings. Callous Glow, Eversight, First Ring of Trading, Keepsake Ring, Ring of Truthfulness, True Love's Caress. Those are my rings. Alright, I think off stream I'm going to sniff around a little bit and see if I can find some of those pieces of gear which they're saying were like the best I could have used. But for now,
let's get going.
I think there's one more guy to talk to, and then I think I'm mostly done. Where are you going, sir?
Magical relics galore. So, I'd shake a hand, but she can still snap me in two.
Yeah,
so,
yeah.
Best be on my way.
Lester Faroa.
One moment. I'm trying to work out how many pinches of mugwort is equivalent to one of Mother's Leaf.
Are you getting yoked? Are you fully shredded at this point?
You're a fellow bargain hunter, I see. The hidden gems here are far better value than the rare books Tolna keeps locked behind the desk.
Okay. Take your word for it. Alright, so I'm gonna do a little sniffing around. I'm gonna talk to this cat. It's a conjured cat. I'm gonna do a little sniffing around to see if I can recover some of that gear. And then I'll do Sorcerer's Sundries tomorrow. I wanted to get some time out of the way here. It's a good session. We're getting through it. I originally thought it'd be 3 more days, but we all know that's not true.